So, as Fernando said, everything, what very important is, whatever it is always a profile, right? Without a profile, there is not much working. So one thing before we start, I just want to thank especially Andreas, because if Andreas wouldn't be, we didn't have dinner today, lunch, my fault. And he really is supporting us doing those events. I mean, we're doing these type of community events since 2010. And I know some people were there already, so they get a star, a sticker, a badge for always there. And now we talk about, again, AppV and if it has a roadmap or not. But before we go to the roadmap, let's go back and see the topics, right? So the topics are support lifecycle, the end of life, what is April 26 meaning? We're talking about deprecation messaging and looking forward. So looking back, so what was in 2016? That is still online when you look for release notes for Windows 10 1607. The important part of that message is AppV is no longer part of M.A.D, right? It stays there, we say that. Here it said AppV, I just read what's there, yeah. So now, in 2019, my friend Joe say, okay, we extend the support for M.A.D to April 26, right? So that's where we're coming from. So what does this mean? What is end of life April 26? Frank. All the stuff around. So let's see. AppV 5.0, 5.1 components out of the M.A.D toolset, which means AppV 5.0, SP3, AppV 5.1 clients, AppV 5.0, SP3, and 5.1 sequencer. Is anyone using AppV 5.1 sequencer still? Okay, so nothing to worry. But also our AppV server goes away. Who's using AppV server right now? Don't be shy. A few. Okay, good. But what about a client, which is part of Windows 11, 10, 11 server, 2016 till 2025? AppV client sequence are bound to the life cycle of the operating system. So it could be longer than April 26. So what is our current, well, not current, a few weeks ago, our current server, AppV server Windows 2022, what is the end of life date for the long-term servicing branch? Who knows it? Jim, I know you know. Anyone from the audience knows? No? 2032, 2031, yes. So that's about it. So from here, 6, 7 years, it's in support, right? So you still can open cases, you still can use it, you still have it. Surprise? No? Don't know. And it's over there in server 2025. So if you have a server operating system, woohoo! I mean, 2034, who knows what happens in these 10 years from now. But what we see, a deprecation message. And Phil was so kind to share me a screenshot with this. Right? I mean, it says everything, right? After the time, April 26, AppV client will be excluded from any new Windows operating system. Now just take a breath, think about it. What does it mean to my organization? What do I need to do? Some waving the hands for panic mode, maybe. But now I'm thinking it's time to say goodbye. Very emotional. To say goodbye on the camera to this message. So I have the honor, and it's a pleasure, to announce an update to the Microsoft strategy for application virtualization. What does it mean? We stop the deprecation of the AppV client and the sequencer. We remove all deprecation messages soon. We want to preserve enterprise customer base, path forward to AVD. We focus on AppV app attach to unblock customers to move to the cloud. I think Jim will talk about later more about that. So what is our strategy statement? More or less this. Take a moment.
So you are the first people in the world to hear this message.
Yes. It was a good choice to come here to this free event. Right, so this is our statement. We're moving on. We want to enable you. We will also give our internal teams more time to close gaps, which we see in the MSIX format, to move on, right? So questions, of course, right? I just run through it, but extra because we want to have some questions from you, but I also have some questions prepared. Sebastian, what are you talking about? Everyone I'm asking is saying different. Now you say this. I just say, don't worry, be happy. So is there a new end of life date for AppV and sequencer? Answer? No. And as I said, the main question, the main story is, we as Microsoft want you, or we see, let's say it that way, we see that this is an option, a choice you can choose to move to our new operating system more quickly, to move to our new cloud infrastructure more quickly. So you have the choice, right? That's something we want to have, choices. Should I migrate away from AppV? Statement. If it works, don't touch it. If it works for you. I mean, I can tell you what you should do. No one can. You need to decide what is good for you. You can talk to Tim, you can talk to Jim, you can talk to me, and you get 3 meetings. But you have to decide, is this the right choice for me? I have the options as a customer, as enterprise. Before I move on, another question. Okay, all shocked. No, the first awake. You were first. M.A.D is dead. If you have an ISO somewhere, well, we cannot get rid of it. Installation sources, you still install AppV 5.1, right? I mean, this is AppV 5, and we actually, I mean, usually, there are ways, but usually we are blocking the installation on Windows 10, 1607, and later to install AppV 5.1. So, but for the server, I mean, it's up to you.
So when I go to AVD, should I think about changing to MSIX, or should I go on this packaging for this environment?
The question is, if I'm going to AVD, should I go to MSIX, app attach, or should I go to the AppV environment? Good question. I can tell you what you should do. I can tell you what you could do. So actually, you could go to MSIX, you could go, but it's the question where you're coming from. If you're coming from an AppV environment, where you say, hey, the majority is working, I can move it to AVD, I'm fine. I have an application update, whatever, new version, go to MSIX, try it. Give it a try. If it works, okay, use it. If it fails, spend some time on it, try to fix it with Tim's tools, with our tools, with whatever tools. If it fails, you don't want to spend more time, go to Apply, to the next round. I mean, we had the same talk, just to remember the good old Apply 4. I want to go to Apply 5, or do all the conversion, it's not working. Okay, stay on Apply 4, right? We had gone through this. It was a coexistence a long time. Now, this is also coexistence. You can run it side by side. They don't talk to each other. They're separate, isolated, right? Phil.
Sorry, can I just say, if your migration to MSIX fails, it doesn't mean to say just throw it in the bin and revert back to AppV. You should raise a ticket with us so we can investigate and then revert back to AppV to carry on with your normal day-to-day process.
The
If you
question.
don't raise a ticket with us, we'll never be able to get to the bottom of the issues that you find within that product. So we'll never ever improve.
But we must do the repackaging because the FD package that on-prem must be changed to work as a...
No. No.
Wait till the next
Wait till the next session.
Okay. Okay. We come to that in the next session. Okay. Another question so far, right now? Okay. Good. Q&A part 2. We have a lot of Apply applications and Office add-ins in Apply. What can we do now? What is the answer? Use Apply? Stay? Yes, obviously. I mean, you will not get happy with Office add-ins in Apply to bring it in MSIX and run it there is not fun, not working, not good right now. So yeah, stay. We have not started with anything. We're running an MSI. Still, what, again, should. Let's cut it, say could. What could we do? Well, you have the answer, right? MSIX, give it a try. If not, you have the choice to go to Apply. And there's many Apply knowledge out there. It's there for a long time, right? That's there. You have the possibility, you have to move on. This should give you the choice to stay, to involve. Okay. We started migrating apps towards MSIX. Should we stop? Well, should, again, not, well, does it work? Does it work for you? Does it work for your company? Yes. Use it. Move on. You don't have to revert back. It's not like a light switch at Microsoft goes left, go right, go left, go right. It's just like you have the choice. The link is online since this morning. Here we go. Feel free to take a picture. So you can go there, you see some FAQs, you see the statement. Jon.
This is about client and sequence.
Yes,
And
exactly.
so what-
Farewell.
that's part.
This, it's end of life, end of support. I was talking to someone here. You have the choice, right? There are choice you can do. I mean, there are customers, to be honest. We have Appendix here. They saying, hey, let's go to a third party. We're fine. We have Andreas showing a project community server. Okay, maybe this is the right choice. Or using config manager. I mean, I know you have a wrapper around it to distribute it through Intune. It's your choice. right? This is something. The server will go, yes. But there are also customers, if it's a good idea or not, I mean, we can discuss. They say, we will run the server. I don't care. But why should you care? I mean, I can hardening our IIS? Yes, that's right. But you should care because right now, as of today, AppV server is built on VC++ 2013. And as some of you might have heard, VC++ 2013 is running out of support since April. So since April, no security fixes for that component where the server is built on top of it. We know about that's an issue. So we are actually looking at it and trying to see what is the best approach to fix it up. Will there a new server? Not sure how we do it, but we need to do it. Because server should be secure till April 2026, right? Yes.
One question, what's your view on the vendor adoption? Because the vendor adoption, so getting native FB vendor packages wasn't good. MSIX vendor adoption wasn't good. And now with that, what's your view on the future of that? Because at the moment, it's like we need to repackage everything. When it comes to MSIX FB, so what's your view on getting better vendor adoption of those?
I'm not from a product team, I'm technical. So I'm just get unfiltered information, right? My point of view is, looking back, was it always different? MSIX, you repackage right now. AppV, you repackage. MSI, well, you repackage. Well, some customers really doing the repackaging, creating transform files, make it to suit their capabilities. Not that much that, hey, you need to go to a whole machine to get something else out of it. My point of view is that when the product is in a state, whatever it is, to say, give the vendor more benefits, to say, hey, this is exactly what we're going to do and see it as a future for us, they will come. I mean, we have seen it in the history with Windows Phone applications, right? If that everything fits, and the team is working on to bring it, we make the first steps with Teams, with the new Outlook, but it's small steps. That's why we need to extend this one. Yep. You can ask the same question to Jim in a moment. Maybe he has a different point of view, but it's just like my point of view from support organization, seeing that there are difficulties.
Automate a lot of stuff, getting a lot of native MSIs, vendor MSIs was a game changer instead of 15 years ago where we had to repackage everything.
Yes.
And now we're getting back to we need to repackage everything when it comes to virtualization. So it's with. Wow.
I'm with you because the vision, I mean, you know, the vision is to have MSIX getting from everywhere to you buy something, an Adobe product, whatever, you get it as MSIX and just distribute it. Right? That would be the ideal world. We are not there right now. Another question? I have 9 minutes left.
So extended support, does it mean client needs to pay for that extended support, or is it part of the rate?
Part of the radio system will not removed. It's just the fixed extended support is the program which falls it under. And just to be clear, the AppV client will not get new features. We focus on bug fixing and security updates. And the sequencer as well.
I suggest you add that to the article, because now you get linked through a extended support that talks about plan so many pages. It's very unclear.
If you send me that very email, we can just make the right people aware. Okay. Any more questions? No?
What plans the office team? The inside AppV in office.
Inside AppV in, oh, you're talking about the click to run client. That is cool. They did awesome things. I cannot say so much The only hint I can give you, take an Office build from 6 months ago, check the ISV, AppV ISV, DLL's version, and check it now. There is a difference, and that difference is the answer. Okay? So that's what happened. But yeah, I mean, Office still click to run, and it's just like following their life cycles. Yes. Okay. Anyone? Otherwise, I'm just done with my presentation. Thank you.